Here. Sorry. Alright. Hi, Mom. You have to wait till the preview comes up and then hit go live there.
Can I get your book?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I have to. I'll put on some.
I hit go live.
Okay.
Now what?
Yeah, then you're good.
Here, look at the.
What were you asking about the mic?
At the beginning, it was like everything was sketchy, but now I think everything's fine. Alana, I was gonna ask, would it be helpful to get your e-transfer for payment? Would that be the easiest, and I can fire it to you? Or is that good? Okay, right. Sandra has the book, and then you can just write your e-transfer on there, and then yeah, email. Yeah. Thank you. It is a little close there. Can we move it back just a touch?
Starting one.
Right now? A little close.
2 more years.
No. Oh, guess what? We're in Chicago, and we're at the Field Stadium right as the Chicago Bears were having a game with the Green Bay Packers, and we were trying to find our way because the stadium is right beside the Field Museum. We were trying to get to the museum, and we were like, "What is this? All these football people." We were trying to like find our way to the museum to get to the. Find our way to the museum. It was really funny.
Green Bay.
Yeah, they were very angry. They were like, "Pepper sock," and we're like, "Oh, it's a good thing we're wearing orange." He had an orange jacket, and I was like, "Dodge that bullet."
If I went to a Cardinals or Seahawks game, I would do the exact same thing that the Cardinals suck.
Oh my gosh!
I would see out of it, as you can clearly see.
I was seeing your beautiful drawing earlier. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay,
Are you actually from Seattle? Oh, because that's just how the people in Chicago were speaking. They're like, "Green Bay sucks." It's like, why can't we just get along?
What? We're just trying to find our
Why don't you just enjoy your football game and
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay.
it was pretty magic. Actually, can I tell you what really hit me though?
Yeah.
The Toulouse-Lautrec hit me so hard. Yeah, and then yeah. So there aren't videos of me crying though, right? And it's like,
Bless you.
when you're watching a movie and you're trying to be tough, like, oh, it's like she's talking to me, and it's like, what's something in my eye? Must be some dust.
Looking at the ceiling, trying to get the
She's loving my friend's so sensitive.
Okay. He is. And also, it is okay to be sensitive and show
I
feeling.
never cry.
Right? Right? It's good to have feelings and share them. Yeah. Okay. So we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram because we're living.
We're also live in the sense
And
that
we're
we
alive in
made
here.
rent last month.
Yay! And we're not dead. Yay!
So here's something that would actually help us a lot. And I usually say this twice, but I'm just going to say it the second time first. So just pretend this is the second time I've said this. If you find us on YouTube or Facebook, if you have the technology to do that, and you click share, that will, every time you hit share, everybody you know will get a chance to see what we're doing tonight. And it exponentially will save our lives. So for everybody that doesn't click share,
And save their lives.
go jump in that. No, I'm just kidding. So, and this is the story. This is the story I tell. It's a cautionary tale. I used to say to everybody, because we would do a live feed at the beginning of the event, and it was to get people down here. And we also give away. We have a guest Wi-Fi here, Rumble House, and we have like a private Wi-Fi because we need a certain amount of Wi-Fi to make the cameras work. And we'd go to log on to do the broadcast, and we all blocked up. Okay, guys, this is off the book. Would you just log off the Wi-Fi for like 2 seconds? And we're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, could you please log off the Wi-Fi? I'm like, yeah, no problem. And they go, if you don't log off the Wi-Fi, we're going to change the password. And then also like 100 people would go in their pockets at once, pull out their phones. But if you could click the share, it helps us so much, especially if you're selling your work. It really matters. Actually, if you're buying work, there's no incentive in sharing it. You can just be like, tonight, I will get a good deal and the Rumble House will go down.
Yeah. That's okay. But yeah, so the more people
Actually, this
can see the work, the better. So, Felix, should we,
See, here you share it. You hear the
We love
echo
it.
and the echo and the echo.
Felix, want to sell your work? So we'll show everyone how it works here, okay? So Felix is going to bring his piece up to the front at the beginning here, I guess. Just say, we have that order. If you see a piece of it, you could say, hey, what about that lovely piece behind you? Could you go that one next? Or if you need to leave as well, you can piece. We generally let the little ones go first. Just, are you selling a piece tonight? No, you're chilling. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is Felix. And do you want to explain your process, my dear? Yeah. That is totally good. So if ever I ask you that and you're like, I don't want to talk right now, just
No.
It's kind of the anomaly of what we do differently here than everywhere else is that you do make your artwork.
Yeah.
A little bit of that mystery is lost, but also the community is built on that sacrifice.
the back is glow in the dark.
very cool. You
Can
go
I
sit
actually-
down. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
The light is here.
Yeah.
You gotta look into the camera. now, then.
Dragon.
Oh, it is a dragon.
Colors.
Oh.
Whatever, it looks like a dragon.
Ooh. What's your opening bid, Karen? $1 opening bid. So everyone knows how the bidding works. Artists set the minimum bid. Half the sale goes to the rent. Half the sale goes to the artist. Felix and myself donate all our money because we're not only bad business people, but want to keep this place going. So we donate all of our things, also for good faith, because we want to make sure we're not like half to everybody. We're keeping more. No. So we're really $5 to Sandra.
Where's that book?
It's right. Yeah, it's right behind.
No, but I painted it with my hands. Oh, perfect.
And you scratched it. There's really great.
Almost the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the different
actually had to do
appendages.
the exact same thing. Yeah.
So awesome. So there's some shine, and Felix said there's some glow in the dark. There's some metallic awesomeness. And yeah, it does look like an abstract clip with the gold and the colors behind it showing through.
It's not very glow in the dark. I haven't checked it.
This is the piece.
Yes.
Interestingly enough,
Yeah, look what Felix is looking at.
this is the piece that I asked Felix to look through this book and pick out a piece, and he picked this one out, which is actually the same piece I picked out. And then I had him explain the piece to Jessica, who flipped the book, and she said, "Is it this one?" And so we were in Chicago this week, and our plan is to go back with Felix very soon. So we usually
Very
do like
soon is 2 years.
a year and a half.
Grand scheme.
Year and a half.
So Felix's is currently at $5, and we don't time everything out right away, going once or twice thing, because we want as many people to see it as
$20 to Richard Cox.
possible. Oh, Richard.
Oh, Richard.
So we were just visiting Richard in Illinois. So hello, Richard, and $20 to Richard. Richard has such an amazing and incredible collection of artwork and posters and everything that you could imagine. So that is a huge.
It was actually really sweet because what happened is Richard had waited 2 years to put up a show, and he had purchased enough of my work that when he put up the show, he decided to exhibit some of my work with it. And so for fun, we were going to go to the opening, but there was no way for us to do it. For the opening, we basically would have been on a plane for 4 days straight, and with 15-minute
Drop off and
right.
yeah.
So we also, the way it works, we would have to spend, it would have cost us $500 to take 2 days off of teaching. We could have taken a free day off, but not back to back. And so we were like going way down the rabbit hole trying to get this out to the opening. And then we said, well, why don't we come to the closing? Richard's like, that'll be awesome. So we decided to come out in January for the closing. And it turns out it was an actual closing because it was actually closed. So we got to Illinois and the place was closed, but they opened it up for us to go in and see it. But here was my experiences. First of all, Richard has been such a huge part of our lives for the last 3 years. And I'd forgotten how long and how much he purchased. 'Cause when we got to his house, it was just wall to wall with Rich Terus. And I was like, I guess he didn't really put me in the show because all the work is here. And I was kind of like thrilled that he had so much and a little wounded. Like, man, like all my good pieces are still in his house. Like he must have put 1 or 2 pieces in the show. And then we went to the show and it was just crammed with pieces. And I was just blown away. And then after seeing all the nice work on the walls and all the nice work in the shows, he started grabbing these boxes, and then in the boxes were these folded out pieces, and there'd be like 30 pieces. There'd be a Shepherd Fairy, and then there'd be a Rich Teru, and then there'd be something else, and some poster that he snagged from the 70s, and it was just amazing, 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 amazing. And this is my own vanity, but about 4 times in a row when we're going through the boxes, I'd see these stacks of artworks, and I'd just see corners sticking out, and I'd see like a corner and some color and some strokes. I'm like, oh, I'm good, but I'm not that good. I wish I was that guy. One day I'm going to be that guy. And then he peels the next layer off. Oh, that was Rich Teru. And so there was about 4 times when I just saw the edges and the stroke.
Would you guys like to pass?
Oh, do you know what I think happened?
Just pass gently.
Do you know what I think happened?
What
I think I yelled into the
And
mic
it was like,
and
nope.
it overloaded and shut the sound off for me.
That's nice.
Kelly, can you confirm that the sound is back? The sound is back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep pulling pieces off.
So
Can I pass that?
the next one is by Alvin. And he has a few here. So this has
He has the most names of all the artists we know.
magnets on the back.
He's got names all over the place.
And you will find hidden messages in this forever and ever and ever. One of them, fish heads.
Alvin, are you still here?
Opening $20.
Want to know something? I want to know something I know that you don't know.
Yeah. Fish head.
Fish heads, roly poly fish heads, fish heads, fish heads.
click on the-
Eat them up, yum. Fish heads, fish. We talked about Dada.
Dada, yeah. That's good. Just click on the comment.
Where do you remember that from? I remember it from Much Music the most. Yeah. You know, and then so like when watching Much Music, here's something I didn't notice is I never actually watched TV. So there was like whole TV shows I didn't know what the characters looked like because I would just draw while the TV was on. But what I found about Much Music, hands up if you remember Much Music, they had like 4 commercials that they ran for 20 years straight. It was kind of like MTV, but it was Canadian.
Well, they would show music videos because people used to make music videos.
But there was a back commercial there where the mannequin had
Relax-a-set.
yeah, and I saw that commercial 100,000 times before I looked up and realized what it was about.
We're gonna let's keep going. Okay, so
Fish heads,
Brenda's
fish
is opening
heads,
for $40.
roly poly fish
next
heads,
one.
fish.
is
You're in
by-
a rush. Why are you in such a rush?
There's a lot of beautiful art.
Okay.
So this one is by Wayne. Go for. This is a print of an original frame. Opening is $10.
Do you want me to pass it around?
So people, yeah, maybe so people can see the detail. So this is a print of an original, but it is his original work.
Did Wayne join us for Christmas dinner?
Wait, no. Maybe use both hands. Yeah. Put your penguin on your chair, sweetheart.
You gotta hold it.
Wayne starting at 10. Can you hold these beside each other? So that one's on that side, please.
Yeah, but if you're gonna ask me to hold them, you have to let me hold them.
Sam, these are by Sam, and he did the 7 sacred teachings, and so this is truth. And so it's all about balance, and he was talking about this is the west and the east, and this is the he said opening 10 for this set.
Okay, pass them around. Or maybe
I think these ones, because they're prints, we
Yeah, not
don't want to
the
get
I'll
finger
hand you more robust today.
on them.
Thank you.
I think it's because, well, also they're cool because you can put them and fit.
Come and have a seat closer.
So that was true.
Welcome home. What took you so long?
And then Rich, can you hold up respect?
I'm not the boss man. I'm holding these because I want to hold these, not because she told me to.
Dad, you're holding it in the wrong mode.
I'll hold it differently, but because I want to hold it differently, not because you told me to.
So this is another.
I'm the boss.
Are you okay? Okay. Good. Camera. So this is the next one by Sam. So this is also $10 opening for the set, and this one is respect. And so he said he wanted to show us these ones. He's going to bring the whole all 14 of them. That's the whole set.
I'll bet 10 on these.
On respect. Okay. Thank you.
This one's on that lion, not lion.
On the wall.
Bull?
That's the one.
Wolf.
It's very nice.
Yeah. This stippling.
It's lovely.
Whose is this?
By Alana. So this is Alana's first time selling. Big round of applause for Alana. So, did you want to talk about it, or did you want me to restate
Don't
what we're
let you
talking about?
Don't do that.
Okay. So, Alana was talking about this one, and it's a little bit different process than her other pieces that we'll show you. And it's she was doing a piece for her sisters, and there's like 5 of them. And when she pulled it all down, it looked like wings. And so this series is kind of this idea of connection and family groups.
I
And
feel like there's 2 sisters who be pissed about this painting.
oh no, she kept the sisters one, but it was kind of like this impetus.
Are there 3 of
for-
them here?
This is a little bit different, this one. But it was
Can you
the
imagine
same.
that? You make this big family painting, you leave 2 of your sisters out, like,
Hi.
and it's abstract. So you can always pretend whoever wasn't there was the one that was left out.
The opening for this one is $20. Should we show? Do you want to show Maya's next, and just hold it from the side? This one, hold from the side. So this one's a bit down. Maya, would you like to talk about what your inspiration was for the piece? No, we are introverted introverts. Right? This is good. I love it. I was telling Maya that I have her piece from years ago. She did a piece about Pluto. Was it Voyager and Pluto, or was it?
So
Yeah.
so funny when you say her piece from years ago.
Her piece.
She doesn't
her
have her
artwork-
piece.
Her artwork from her artwork from years ago, and I have it in my classroom. It
What's
has
the other weird combination auctions that we used to have.
There's so many.
Yeah,
We'll come up to them. We'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Can you
There's
show it
several
again?
things in this auction that just sound super bad if you don't put the comment,
Super bad.
if you don't put the emphasis on the right syllable.
What was your opening bid? $5? Opening bid.
From my basement.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like a still life, and it looks like an epic weapon.
I was gonna say, which
Uh,
The sword is a double short, half sword, and then
a sword with a holder that's also in the base.
That is amazing. It's a tassel sword. Galen said that's cool.
That's how we met, Galen.
swords.
Yeah, I bought 2 swords at Value Village. You remember that?
Yeah.
We worked together. I didn't really know you that well at that point. And I used the fan out call for emergencies because I bought 2. What are those swords called?
Hook swords.
There was 2 hook swords at Value Village. I was just getting my teaching clothes because I was broken. And I saw these 2 swords. I'm like, those shouldn't be here. And I didn't know anything about them. I just felt like those shouldn't be here, and I bought them. I didn't have any money, and I phoned Galen. I've got the fan out list for like there's like this list. Yeah, sort of like the secret phone number for like trouble. And I phoned Galen up. I'm like, hi, I'm Rich. I teach art at your school. I think we knew each other a little bit.
Yeah.
This was the first time we really spoke, and I said I'm going to bring by these swords because I think they probably shouldn't be here. And little did I know, he gave me his address. And I drove to his house, and I get to his house thinking, is this weird that I'm dropping off swords? And he's in his driveway with a 10-foot chain with some kind of weapon on the end, and he's just swinging around. And he does this thing as I'm pulling up. He does this thing where he swings the chain around his neck, and the sword comes around like 5 times, and he catches him like, no, I do think I'm dropping these swords off in the right place. And I tell you, in that moment, I half wondered if he was just showing off. But you know, the truth is, I've stopped by his house 1,000 times, and every time I've got there, there's a different kind of weapon attached to a garden hose or something.
Let me grab your piece, Milo.
Can I also show this?
Yeah.
Wait, though, can you show this?
Hey.
Because Galen, who's been working here for 12 years and only missed 2 or 3 weeks, got the first of the 10.
Actually,
Tactical
I got it.
shields.
No, you got the second.
Oh,
You
I
got,
got the first.
What is it?
you got the first of the first. Did you bring it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love it. If you did. So I ordered tactical shields. They're not toys. You could actually fight off zombies with this. And there's 10 of them. And I'm gonna do one a month. And one every 2 months for our last year. There'll be a tactical shield available. And then, like I said, Galen got one, and Felix got one, and Jesse's gonna get one. My other team's gonna get one. But you should just get it on your arm. Because for all the times you ever grab a lid of a garbage can, you can never really get the right, yeah, grip. I was gonna say you want to yar on it. It really does put it on your arm. It really does give you a weird sense of security. Like I find, I don't know. Did you get any?
Blood on it.
So I asked Galen what he wanted, and he said Medusa, which I thought was a little strange.
Which is
And also the handle will open up if you want to hang it flat on the wall.
That has quotes and rooms on the outside.
But personally, I think these would be great for jogging. They're pretty aerodynamic, and you see somebody, and you can switch arms, right? But then you see somebody breaking into a car, and you're like, ah.
Cars. We're also
So I'm only telling you this because I want you to know that they're coming in. Also, I want you to feel bad for Jess's mom, who takes all of our mail because we live downtown and we can't get anything mailed to our house without it getting stolen. So she's always dealing with like the delivery guy that brings 10 tactical shields to the house. I kind of thought CSIS meant you chicken in on us. Like, why do you need 10 tactical shields? Like, because we're Viva la Revolution!
Here, let me give that one back.
Oh yeah, Galen, this is yours. I'm gonna check and see if I kick the mic off again. I think we're okay.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your work though? Like your art here?
Yeah, I went and saw Lucilla, and then so I painted a modern Lucilla. So of all the pieces that I saw in the
Sorry, I didn't speak to you.
the Art Institute of Chicago, and there was so many pieces that just blew my mind. It was the Toulouse-Lautrec that really hit me hard because I didn't do the true painting justice because this is watercolor. If I had some oils and maybe a few months, and I was a better painter. This face in real life, what face with the flare on, it just gives you such a sense of what torture it is to study your history out of a textbook. With the internet, you can often pull up the same image 4 or 5 times and see all the different versions of it and try and guess which is the real one.
Lighting.
But boy, when you see them in real life, it's such a cliche, but when you actually see them in real life, your whole head explodes and the light, the colors. If it wasn't so crowded, I think you want to try and get in when it's not so crowded. I probably could have sat and looked at that painting for 2 hours without blinking till my eyes bled. This is a kind of like, well, it's sort of like piece by piece. I went through the Toulouse-Lautrec painting that was a scene from a bar, and I replaced it with the Ship and Anchor from the 90s. Although I did put Jess in it, which is, she would have been like 4 in the 90s. So,
I like it's
$5.
I like how we're just showing the pieces actually tonight. We're not even waiting for bids.
There might not be any bids. It could be that everybody spent all their money at Christmas.
That's
but,
what I mean. I was just like,
Well, that's the thing.
Are you sure about that?
ding, is it a bid or is it were they just
$20 for the respect painting that I wanted, Galen.
he's just giggling. Oh,
He gave me the finger emoji. You guys gonna stand for that? Which one?
Toulouse-Lautrec.
This will be worth millions one day. But then again, so will a chocolate bar. So it doesn't matter how long you wait. But it is on paper that I think is archival enough that at some point, even if it's worth 75 cents.
lighting-
Thank you.
So it's currently at 20 to Jason.
Yeah, it's funny. In real life, I think I'm kind of disappointed from it because I'm right up close. But then when I got away from it, I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
It's-
And then this is a little bit vain. I just put it in front of the camera and I saw it on camera. I was like, oh, that is good.
I think
You're not
we
supposed to
should
look
be-
at your own
no,
work and
we
go, oh,
should be.
look,
I was just gonna say we should be normalizing
enjoying your.
enjoying
You
it.
can't win. If
Can't
you're like,
ever
oh,
win.
I suck at art, everyone's like, shut up. It's like, oh, I'm so bad at it. Everybody's like, no, you're not. You're good. And they're like, I'm great at everything. I was like, shut up. Doesn't matter what you say about yourself. Everybody will argue, right?
Yeah.
The shield for my soul.
So it's Jason's first time here. Big round of applause. And Brody's his son. Big round of applause for Brody. Woo! All right. Would you like to talk about your piece?
I already had Ron and Sandra invited me here. I tried to use my new watercolors from my daughter's sleep, and I colored from color.
It's been so good. What would you like your opening bid? $5 opening bid. Do I hear $5? $5 to Scott. Do I hear 10?
Are you from Alberta? So, like, we were just in Chicago. You know, when you have a friend that just get back from Europe, like, oh, when I was on the tube, you're like, shut up. When we were in Chicago, I kept asking the cab driver, like, have you ever seen a magpie? They're like, what are you talking about? A magpie. And many places where they don't have magpies, like Winnipeg, BC, Alberta. They're not at Vancouver Island. You know what's super neat about California? They have magpies. They have yellow beaks. Anyways, it was super interesting trying to explain the magpie to somebody that never heard about it. And plus, like, we love magpies. There's one in Jason's
I was
wrist.
like, it looks like my arm.
But we have these.
Dad has
Canary. But it's funny because people. How many of you hate magpies?
I love coyotes too.
You know what? We don't really love pigeons, if that makes you feel any better. But
I'm starting to like pigeons more too.
they're like sky rats. But magpies and raccoons, we love the scavengers around here.
said.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not what I said, but I said.
Stars.
Yeah, I remember seeing that bird all over the place on Granville Island, like everywhere. But I don't think I've seen very many here.
The mic was dropping.
Is this
Um,
also-
yeah. Sorry. Who just bid 30 on the pub scene? Could you just give me your name? I'm scrolling back just to make sure. Is it Fiona?
Hello.
Someone just bid 30 on the pub scene, so I'm just trying to get the.
Who bid for- My dad to get it.
Oh, Fiona. Yeah, it's Fiona. Fiona bid 30. So if anyone would like to bid, it's currently at $30
I have
to
cans of pop
Fiona.
left over from Christmas. If anybody wants a can of Coke for free Coke,
Can I have a free Coke?
a cola.
Can I have a free Coke? I'll place you for a second.
Okay. Yeah, you can show. Is it okay if we help show these to the people in the crowd? Okay. So this was one from last week. I think they're opening bids. 5 each. Okay. So this one was from last week. And the rose was one of the pieces of inspiration. And this one's from this week. And death was part of our inspiration. And it's her beautiful handmade watercolors. Thanks. Watercolors, brand new ink. So the two beautiful watercolors are $5 each by Sandra. Okay, this piece we have knives and feathers as a theme.
When you look at the train,
Yeah.
turn it towards the light.
Okay.
Thank you so
Can I
Yeah.
for
So it says, "May the punishment equal the crime" by Patty O'Toole. Opening $20.
$20?
Can I?
Exclamation mark.
Not question mark.
No.
Oh, did you bid? Oh, $20 to Sky
Yeah, but you
for
posted
Patty's.
You posted it as a question and you sounded outraged. So
$20.
and I'm not against that. Where like whatever you say is in the wrong pronunciation. Yes, emphasis or
That was nice of you.
pronunciation is fine with me, but let's. Oh,
Beautiful. These are also by Alana. So these can go together as a set. They're $40 each. Out, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like very bird-like, like the phoenix. Okay, thank you.
And are they do they have an orientation? Would I follow the
So
I
they're
got them right. I got them right.
$40.
Yeah, but which way is the top? That's where they go through space. What makes you think the
Constantly
North
changing.
Pole is the top? Perhaps it's the
It's
bottom.
not. It's
So there's two of these. Are these a set?
They could be. If people have a,
Flip, no flip. There's one way to finish them. Next the red thing.
Okay.
like phoenix.
If you purchase the piece, you can spend the rest of your life puzzling them together.
Master puzzle. So opening is $40 each for these. So you can buy one of them if one of them sings to you, or you can buy both of them if you'd love them to work together on your wall the rest of your life. They're like orchids too. They're like, there's many different things I'm seeing here. And as
Who made that?
Alana, our brand
Who
new,
did that?
how did you?
I really like
So it's like pouring fluids and the hair dryer, and then, but it's like really,
Kind of like what the he does. How I did mine.
here, just to show a different color palette, and then we won't show all of them, but we'll keep showing them throughout the weeks to come. This one's opening at 50.
Is it okay
This
if
is
I,
also by Alana.
say how I colored my like
later, but okay. Enjoy your pop. I feel like I'm going to buy this and mount it to my shield.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Thank you.
Then I'll only have to paint 9 shields. It's funny because in between ordering the shields and receiving the shields, there was a lot of laughing about why I ordered 10 tactical shields.
I was on supervision at school and I was ordering them and I was like, guys, what do you think? Should I order like 2 sets of 5 tactical shields or just one whole thing? And the kids were like, what? That's expensive in this area. And I'm like, don't worry about that. What do you think the likelihood of them coming from China will be? Like, it was really good. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
This one's also opening at 50. Again,
Really floral. I'm gonna bid. Sandra, did anyone bid on the Truth one by Sam? Can I bid 20 on this one? Oh, did you want to?
Nobody bid on Truth yet.
Do you want to bid on it? 20 to Galen.
You can put your bid on it.
Can I time out my piece?
25.
25 to Galen.
Did you get it? Awesome.
Okay, she's
Please time out my
texting.
piece.
That actually wasn't.
Can I?
Yeah.
Richard Alvin.
That's me.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Okay, slow down, slow down.
official.
You get on camera. Show your face. Do the sad face. I'll hold it.
I want to hold it. I don't want to hold it.
You do the sad face.
No, I don't want to do the sad face.
Don't smile on camera.
but
do
he's
the
too
sad face.
happy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sarah. Oh, that's
this?
really great.
I think it was 25.
What's the bid at? Who's doing the number?
20 to Richard. Going 3 times. It's sold with a 10-minute lag. Actually, it's 10-minute lag, but if you do not vote, no, not vote, bid in that 10-minute lag,
Yeah.
can't buy it.
The rest of your life without it.
Also, I did it.
Fiona
by
was asking
weekending the
about this
paint
piece.
and then- Wait, did you get the Coke on sale?
And I helped.
That's from last week.
Yeah, what was the theme? It had to do with
Inspiration was about change and new journeys.
going against the grain.
Yeah.
Where's Fiona?
Fiona is on the phone.
Oh.
Well, she's in the world, but anyway.
And then this one's black light.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually bought this for Josie last week, but you left, so I didn't get a chance to give it to you. So, sorry, that's that.
Oh, it's not for sale. Oh.
You and I bought it last week.
Oh, Fiona was just asking. So here, this is the other one.
Sorry, Fiona, that one's not for sale, but this one is. She also asked about this one.
Okay, perfect.
This is by Mariah. This is Oil Stick. Mariah, we met over COVID as well, actually. She was a nurse or worked in the Alberta Health Services, so she was watching and taking part over all our online auctions. And so it was really great. I have a piece in the art room too, and I bought one of hers. I really love her line work. The opening is 40. There are things happening.
What's the bid on this one? $30 going once. $30 going twice. $40 for the Toulouse-Lautrec.
Scott, yeah.
Scott, you just got back from holiday.
Yes.
You must have just got off the plane, or did you wait a while to upload your pictures? Yeah, you got back last night. Yeah. Well, I saw you bragging that you got on your plane at the perfect amount of time and that it got back 15 minutes early.
He was just bugging you because you were saying.
And then I saw you jump in an ocean.
Careful with that thing. Sandra, I have a question. Does Richard have Felix's for 20? Yeah, Richard, you don't need to bid again. We were just showing it and timing it out. So you got it. Don't worry.
Okay, $40 going once, $40 going twice, $40 going 3 times. I
Sold.
sold in 10
10
minutes.
minute left.
Oh,
10 minutes.
this sweet little rock is by Patty.
Pass around the room.
Did you want me to pass the rock around?
Sure.
Is that okay? We'll take turns. So it's okay. I'm going to show it here. I'm going to show it here on the live feed. So there's a swooshing bottle and there's a tree. So there's different things for different feelings. So the opening for the rock is $10 and it's all sprayed nice and sealed. Thanks for showing me. So that's by Patty. Opening is $10. I'm going to put this on the ground, my love.
Yeah,
We're actually here. You want to hold this for a second?
so much.
What's that funny joke we heard the other day?
I have a funny joke.
Tell it.
What has 5 toes but isn't your foot?
What has 5 toes but isn't your foot?
Someone else's foot? Oh, yeah.
My foot.
Oh, is that what you're going to say?
No, just say my hand.
Oh,
It's a toad.
you're so polite. You put your hand up. You're so
I actually
sweet.
thought a kid that had toes on her
Yeah.
head.
Okay. I have a really overused joke that I've used a lot, but some of you might not have heard it.
Okay.
What do you call an ancient Egyptian that always says no?
No, that's
In denial.
Oh.
That's how you know it's a good dad joke when the response is.
Oh. Do we have a bid on Jason's piece, Sandra? $5 to Scott? Okay, perfect. I just wanted to.
Sandra who was doing the
I made
cash.
that
I thought
joke.
Galen was doing the cash.
My
That's why I
joke.
kept asking you
That's
questions.
just pretty basic.
You're like, wow, you must think I got a good memory.
Nobody's allowed to tell that joke. Oh.
This is by Alvin. Another second one. It has the there's 2 here by Alvin, so I'll give you each one to walk around. So this one is broken. Nope, you're doing better. Opening $20.
That's really
Oh. And this is that's funny. The last
I
one.
forgot to tell you.
Yeah?
You know what's special about this? They got
Yeah, right? The last beer. But there's 2 left.
checking to see if they.
Oh, I was like, did it just attach to your head? I heard it click and I thought it's a pain to go through the metal detector. So that's okay. So those are all 3 of them are opening at $20 by Alvin. Okay, good. Aw. 20 to Sandra. I like this. Buckle up, Buttercup. There's shit fuckery to be had. I'm just reading the painting. This is
You
$50.
just have to watch videos on that. Do you know you're representing the school board at all times?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just reading a painting that I'm selling through a reputable business. It's $50 opening bid.
We addressed this program.
Whose is this?
Felix, this is by Patty.
Patty,
Patty's here, yeah.
Patty, are you here?
We love your pieces.
Can I ask you a question? In
Yeah.
school, did you have a sharp object you used to carve into the desk?
Sure.
That's like only me.
Hands up if you used to use possibly a knife or
He's
some
being
other
polite. It's
protractor
okay.
or compass to carve things into the desk.
It's
Like,
okay.
touch this. It will bring you
Sweet.
back. It'll remind you.
Oh,
of
it's very
detention.
heavy, yeah.
Never been in
Is it
detention.
okay that we're talking?
So opening is 50 and Sky has it for 50 currently. Hey,
Yeah, school, you might like it. Bringing it back.
okay. So this is by Kelly. Kelly she wires up stuffies,
Creepy animals.
Creepy Creatures Canada.
That's not a judgment. That's her business.
Her business is called Creepy Creatures Canada. And she is wonderful. This one is named Aldo. And has cute pink eyes. And it's also UV reactive on feathers. Parts. Nope. Oh, feathers are flowers. Opening is we just don't have it set up right now, sweetheart. Is $65. $65 for Aldo. It started with a painting, it's called. Okay. It all started in one place with a painting. Is that kind of a reference to Gorilla House? It all started with one place and a painting. Pretty cute, hey? And it's a gorilla. And it says it all started with one place and a painting.
Do you know something I don't know?
Well, that's what it says. No, I was just literally reading it.
Jesse,
Why do you think it related to Gorilla House?
Because it all did start with one place, Gorilla House, and a painting, and by Gorilla.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just.
I thought maybe you're talking to me in a code.
No, I was actually just being very literal. I'll ask Kelly. Kelly's watching. She'll probably say something. Yeah.
Just come get it.
Let's see. I'm awkwardly standing behind you.
Come get it.
Yeah, it's a reference to Rumble House, and the name is from the Battle of the Apes. Oh, Aldo. I don't know. Are they friends?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Either.
know.
Hey.
Did we show these?
No.
No, not yet.
Penguin does not come with the sale.
So these are $20 each. They're also by Alana.
Penguin is sold separate.
But
And it's $1,000.
Yeah.
It's for $1,000.
exactly.
I would love it if something sold for $1,000.
$1,000,000.
Let's make this happen.
Let's make this happen, guys. Oh, ups, I have held it.
$1,000,000.
Sorry.
Hey, Rich, there's a pretty good chance of that next year.
Exciting. There's hope. This is by Theo. It was created in September 2012. Felix, who else was created in 2012? You.
Lots of people.
Lots of people. It's 1 month older than you. This is by Theo, opening $50.
He could have come to Gorilla House and sold that.
I'm getting wrapped up in. Yeah, more awkward than that. I mean, maybe I'm less awkward. Okay.
I don't know how you look.
I just know I feel awkward when I have my head on everything. It's Warm in the Gardens. This is opening $30 by Alvin. You can see the cute little teddies that reside in all of his paintings.
Hey, the painting in this is UV reactive.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, see?
Drifting.
Sky Reed.
December 2023. I count.
There you go.
That painting's a year old.
I have a round bikini
Which
painting
one?
that needs a home.
Theo's is opening 50. We could say silver.
I'm not passing that around.
You don't want a bikini girl? She's a curvaceous model. I like it.
Yeah, that's.
Actually, you did another one because so Rich often is responding to like nastiness in the world by love, and so you did another one.
Both of these paintings were based off of Jordan Peterson had made some disparaging comments about a plus size model.
Did you see the other one was at Richard's house?
What was it?
Yeah,
That's right. Did you do it twice?
could have been another thing. People are disparaging all the time.
He seems to like that too.
Maybe see,
Chelsea moved and donated some stuff back, so that would make a lot of sense. We-
Chelsea don't want to have a uterus
yeah,
on
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Can you show the blue ribbon one?
Can I see it?
It's magic. Yeah. This is by Morgan. There's a goose, and there's apples, and a polar bear.
Keep that there for a second.
And Andy.
I will be right back.
Andy.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Goose.
Or a duck.
Apples, duck.
Andy.
Apples, duck, polar bear.
Do you guys like my polar bear?
That-
It's in a
no, don't do
snowstorm.
Actually, it was funny because when we were in America, I kept asking the Americans if they knew about Canadian geese, and they're just geese. I'm like, no, they're Canadian geese. And I know I kept explaining to them that they're Canadian geese, and even Jess thought I was nuts. I'm like, no, they're Canadian geese. And then when we were at the Field Natural History Museum, they had geese, and they were named. Guess what?
Canada geese.
That's exactly right.
Cobra chickens. Yeah. That one I think is opening for
70.
70.
There's also this one. Yeah, we're in for a big
Big round
Jessie, when she was doing her TED Talk.
It was.
You really pay attention. Alex. So this is by Kyle.
Opening
Kyle,
30.
are you here?
Kyle's not here. We haven't seen Kyle in a while.
He was here today.
Kyle was here.
Earlier today. Yeah. He was working.
That's a while.
Piece of, it could be a while. It's all relative. He's working on another piece of the front. It's very good.
Hey guys, remember that time that I just remember that time?
Yeah.
So long ago.
Echo.
Oh, you mean like deja vu? Oh, you mean like deja vu?
Oh. Here. This is 5. I think they're 5 pieces. 5 little pieces by
Of 5. Whoa.
Alex with their ink monochrome pieces. $5 each. They have 25 for the set. That's 5 for 4. Or 20. Is there 4 of them? I lost count.
I like this one. The Fibonacci.
I like that one too.
Two.
Is there?
I can't count them. I know, but I just wanted to count them and I kept losing track.
I have a question.
Do you remember? I'm like, here, let me talk to you for a second. Like, sorry, Dad. And then you came back out here and like, too much sugar, boy.
Okay.
Too much sugar.
Caffeine.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
right.
did.
Caffeine and sugar. Hey,
Both of those things.
I got the phone number for social service. I want myself. Ironically, I
I
used to
think
have,
there's 4, but I can't be sure. I need to see them all at the same time, or it's like there's 2. I go with this.
but
Can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Felix. Felix.
Please help me.
I didn't even check how many there were. Hey, I have a question, Rich. You know the big painting you were sending photos that was like Jess and me, like it was a big abstract painting that looked
Like the writing, like kind of Basquiat. That's Cy Twombly.
that was I wanted to know who it was.
So-
I know it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Cy, C-Y. And then the last name is Twombly.
I want to look that up.
Yeah. It's so like very powerful pieces.
Yeah, and it is
huge.
very Basquiat, right?
Yeah.
I said it's not him, but it
From well before Basquiat.
so
And there's also de Kooning is quite in that vein as well. Jess's mom and I were having a conversation about that because a lot of people don't like Cy Twombly, especially artists tend to really resent him. I love him though. And the funny thing is, I was actually pushing my glasses up like this, and then everybody's like, "Is that a nod to Cy Twombly?" It also, the other funny thing about Cy Twombly is, I feel like his name should be Tremblay. And so it always sounds like you feel like Elmer Fudd every time you say his name, Cy Twombly. But I love Cy Twombly. and you opened up so many possibilities. Are these from somebody tonight?
Joel Moena. This is rotated.
Oh, okay. These were donated back to the gallery, and this is happening. This is one of the reasons why we're going to remove ourselves from a brick and mortar. This is actually literally brick and mortar. But we're going to do one last year Rumble House. Then we're going to do something else. It's sort of a surprise, but I'm telling everybody. And then, but this summer we were gifted back in rounds of about 10 to 15. I think we got 50 paintings back. So 5 people had given us paintings back from people that had sold their houses and were downsizing into smaller homes. And it's difficult for us to be selling artwork at a time that people are having food insecurity and getting into smaller homes. So one of the reasons why we want to pull away for maybe, I don't know, a few years away from the being in this space and the extravagance of having the space is we're going to do something a little more educational for a little while and not focus so much on selling artwork. I'm actually looking forward to never having this.
Not having this.
I think my estimate is around 1,800 paintings have sold to keep this place open. And I'm very much looking forward to never selling anything again.
We could just like
after
sit
next
and
year.
talk about art and be like, yay!
We often trade paintings for good deeds. We had a lovely phone call this week about coming to help out with a broken window, and they're like, "Oh, we have a certain amount of budget if you want to help paint this this wall." And I have a philosophy that I'll invite people down. Like, come down on Wednesday, we'll meet, and I'll probably do your wall for free. A lot of times they're like, "We're too busy to come down." I'm like, "Oh." Find somebody else. Yeah.
Right. No,
So
but it's true. Is
and
people
we
want
have
to come
2
down.
really handy metrics for finding out how well we're going to get along with people that want how well we're going to get along with the people that want our help. Is 1, anybody that comes on a Wednesday night is our people. 2, even more so, in the summertime we do a 1-hour street clean at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anybody willing to come and spend an hour with us picking drug needles up is our people. And it's way more fun than you'd think. It's actually really super fun and kind of disappointing when it's over. But those are 2 really great ways to figure out. Did you ever come with us, Matt? No, you turned your head and I thought maybe you were there one day. But yeah, it's just if you made it out to a Saturday street, Felix, you've been to a street clean. Galen, did you ever make it? Yeah, it's
He
addictive
was
too.
there when the window broke, so he came and
Right,
helped
yeah,
us. Yeah.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to look for
No,
like
it's
somebody
just
that can.
like, when
They're
you're
pretty
talking
fun, aren't they,
broken
Felix?
Yeah.
And then we go for burger. Okay, opening bid for this is $10.
And also, this is fun. So
Yeah, there's a thing. Oh,
these are a bit heavy.
not yet, Felix, because I'm not ready.
So it's like a double. Yeah. It's like that. Oh,
Okay,
got it.
so
Alien drinking the earth
and
and Vicky and Veronica.
they do feel like they should be a set. I don't think we'd want to separate these. So what did I say the opening bid was?
10.
So 20 for the 2 of them, 25. And then who do you prefer? You could have them both, but I'm just saying, like in your childhood dreams, right? Okay, yeah. That's the smart. I married a Veronica, but did I ever? Okay, so the current bid for this is
20 to Jake.
$20, $20, $25 going once, $25 going once, $25 going twice, $25 going 3 times. Sold.
This was another donated back.
Donated back piece. This is from the original Gorilla House. Who donated these? Oh, Kathleen Moore donated these back. So she sold her house and bought a condo downtown, and we lucked out to get also. I'm going to put fingerprints all over this while I'm telling it, and we will remove the fingerprints before. So this was you can the 5 original. Actually, there's 8 of us. At Gorilla House, there was 8 artists that were our main 8 artists, and we called them the Prime 8. Which, yeah. painfully funny dad joke. What happened with this is I think Kathleen sat with this mirror-like piece of metal and painted right onto his reflection. I can't remember his name. He was the one guy that went away first. Remember, there's Chen, Adam, and their third friend. No, yeah, it might have been Alvin.
I can't remember.
What are the chances we've had two Alvins in the building?
Pretty good.
Probably about 2 in 10,000. Okay, so what's the opening bid for this? $20. $20. And also, if anybody broke into your house, you decapitate them.
No, usually this violent.
No, that's a man right there.
Okay.
Are you gonna speed through these?
This one is also a donated back piece, opening at $20. Lovely pine panel.
Okay. Good. Excellent. Opening.
Is this Morgan?
No,
Who's that?
Fiona.
Oh, is it a question?
No, I was just saying this.
Oh, you wrote that back. Okay. I got confused because it was green.
What'd you say?
I get it. It's a donation back, and let's say open at 20.
Which one?
Smoking guy.
So this is Elijah.
Elijah painted it? Oh,
Yeah, and her name is Elijah. If they ever want to kidnap him.
That's the one thing Gabriel said. That's my entire name.
Elijah's one of my best friends. He started out as a student of mine. My very first year teaching, I got him into art school, and then we went. And then about 5 years into him, when he finished art school, actually, it's so funny. He showed up at my house at like 2 o'clock in the morning, drenched with water, and took me out for. I think Oliver was about 2 or 3. Took us out for midnight breakfast for some reason, and then he's in my book. So I don't know. About 10 years after we met, we're pretty good friends, and I think he was at the point where he was like, I need an art chore. I'm going to tell somebody. And sometimes people say offhand things like that, and you're like, oh, you shouldn't speak that way. But in this case, it's like, I guess we better get you an art show. So Elijah and I opened up the original Grill House. There was 5 of us to start. Yeah. Myself, Kathleen Moore, Elijah, Gonzo, who caused a lot of trouble, and who's the 5th? Me, maybe.
Ivan?
Ivan Eagletail, yeah. And then, so there was 5 of us, and then it only ended up being that Ivan, Rich, and Elijah started. Like we had the other 7 people join us to become the primate, but this guy stayed up all night, every day, all day and all night, every day for 20 days straight with me to open the first Grill House. I was losing $250 a day the first week, $200 a day the second week. I was losing $175 a day the third week, and I kind of figured if I kept this up, I'd come to break even and start making $25 a day. And but this guy saved my life, and I saved his life a few times. And I think the last time I considered changing careers, I asked him for a reference letter, and it starts with without Rich Taylor, I'm gone. So
I think a lot of people have that first line to say.
yeah. So, anyways, this is a pretty special guy. It's hard to sell you on him. You can buy it on the merits of the piece, but special on
It's beautiful.
opening bid for this, I think, would be
50.
because we love them so much. But we also need some dough.
Kit, do you want to show Morgan?
Sure.
This is by Morgan. Opening 40.
That guy's just like,
Is that what you call it when the aliens steal you that way? And abduct you? Is it levitating? If it's like force, when you caught in traffic. Being caught in traffic.
You know.
You have a letter from Isaac Asimov.
No.
Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah.
being abducted.
Galen and I, between Galen and I, we know absolutely everything about science fiction. Ask me any question.
How old
Are you?
What?
I forgot.
Anyways,
What
between
color
Galen and I,
is
we
your
know,
hair?
we know every science fiction answer.
Okay, and how big is an alien spaceship?
That one's Galen's.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Which one are you talking about?
Which one are you referring to?
What's the
Sandra, I'm gonna bid on both of your circles for $20. I love them, and I just keep looking at them, and I love that they're both like a theme now occurring. I really love them. And I like that you always do the parts of the inspiration, so it's like
Did we sell this?
I don't think so.
Can you make an effort not to make that face again?
Sorry, no, I was trying to think if we sold it. This is also by Morgan. So Morgan was doing mashups between very familiar. Careful, your phone is just going to get crushed by your.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
No, it's super great. So this is by Morgan. So the same artist that did the polar bear and the abducted camper. So the idea of childhood and like how we remember childhood and how we
That's not how I remember childhood.
You're still in childhood.
Yeah, I know. That's not how I remember 3 seconds.
that's not how I remember it. So kind of
That's how I remember my
1970s,
life
80s. Yeah, right. Toys.
That's right, I don't remember.
Opening is 50. Will you just take that off the wall?
I'm just trying things out.
I remember my nightmare.
Yeah, Morgan doll 50. Thank you,
This first
Sandra,
question
for
is,
putting
why
up
would
with
you want
us.
this on your wall?
Why not?
And the answer is this is a Mark Vasquez McKay painting.
It's also a door to another dimension.
Also.
It is a door to another dimension. It's also kind of a reoccurring birthday prank that happened between Mark and I
For like
for
6 years in a row.
several years. So Mark painted me a picture of myself for my birthday one year, and that was super sweet. And then I can't remember the line I had for, but for his birthday, I repainted the background and gave him a painting of me. And then I think he repainted.
You're like,
it
oh, I
again.
thought that's just what we were doing.
Yeah, for our birthdays, we painted me. And then I think he repainted the background. I think the last time I know for a fact the last time the background got repainted, it was me. I'm not sure how many times it's been repainted, but believe it or not, it's super funny.
It's really funny. So Mark is currently in Mexico.
I also
City.
love like just how crazed my face looks
It's really good.
in this photo. But this was actually a pretty heavy moment because what happened was we'd lost the original Gorilla House to gentrification. By that I mean we had this like shabby space that nobody would use. The rent was reasonable, but because it was probably unsafe. Like I said, Elijah and I spent like 20 extra days, but we probably spent 2 months rebuilding the space so we could get into it. And we had a line on the floor that I remember Elijah just said one day, he drew this line on the ground and said, we don't clean past this point. We clean past this point and we lose the gallery. So we'd established a stronghold. We didn't think we'd have any chance of losing the gallery. One day we just randomly decided to need to clean past that point. And coincidentally, it wasn't like somebody saw it and decided to take the building. Coincidentally, on the day that we cleaned past the magic marker, the owner's business partner came in with a tape measure and just started like, we're sitting there working in your space and somebody wanders in with a tape measure, starts tapping on the pipes, and he bought the place and kicked us out. And we spent exactly a year trying to rebuild in a different location on McLeod Trail. And this was like a completely diluted moment where if you imagine everything in your world crumbling and putting like 300% of everything you had into rebuilding, there was a split second where we could have rebuilt on McLeod Trail, and somebody snapped a photo of me getting the news that we were getting this other space, and then it fell through, and we went to LA and traded paintings for good deeds. Anyways, this is up for grabs. We start the bidding at $50, just because it's a funny story. I do apologize because of my face kind of ruins the painting. But
Yeah. It's a historic piece.
it is a historic piece. It's also, again, something you can really honk somebody with if you have to.
So is this.
I really do have a dream of some break and enter where somebody gets knocked out by a rough house painting. What else do we have?
Is it really breaking and entering if you don't?
Yeah, if you enter, it doesn't break an entry.
You're breaking a window.
So
You can break or enter.
these
are by Brenda from across the street.
So I can't go into my house.
Hey, Felix.
If you're not there,
Yeah, if you broke into your house, your mom could charge you with break and entry. It wouldn't stick, I don't think.
So
Actually, in Canada, it's the police that lay charges, not the owners.
This is by Brenda from across the street. Opening is 50, and this is called Bay of Islands.
From 1978.
Vintage.
So her rent went up and she couldn't store her work. And so we've kind of inherited most of what she's been hoarding for the last, I don't know, probably a lifetime. And so she checks with us almost daily to see what sold. So it'd be really great if this did sell. What's the opening bid? $50.
Project.
Great Hill project. This same thing by Brenda. $50.
That was in grade 12.
This is 89. So this is later, maybe art school because she was in art school.
Here's what I'd like to do. Because Brenda would sell this for 50 and receive 25. If we forfeit our half,
25
we can
open.
put this up for $25.
All three.
Yeah. So any one of these you can have for half price, and we'll give
The whole thing.
the whole half to Brenda if it sells.
I just looked at Raggy Ann's eyes and realized something going on there.
Yeah.
The one people
I'll
is
show this
white. It's backwards. Now I'll have nightmares. I wasn't gonna have nightmares
Why
before,
did
but
you
now
have
I know.
And this is from 89.
Yeah. I'll show it again. The eyes grab the Raggedy Ann. I didn't notice that before, but now I can't unnotice it.
Actually, the normal eye is kind of crazier.
Which do you think is the normal eye?
I'm not sure. Teddy bear.
Yeah, the teddy bear is very normal. Yeah.
How many of you have a teddy bear? Hands up if you have a teddy bear. Hands up if your teddy bear has a name, or if it's just called My Stuffy. What's your teddy bear's name? Does Peanut Butter have feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, here's a funny thing though. If you think about it, if let's say you invited us to your house and you showed me Peanut Butter, and I just does Peanut Butter have? Was I randomly ripped one of the ears off, and you'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously I wouldn't be welcome in the house anymore. But then you would stitch the ear back on, right?
Yeah.
Secretly, you would know that Peanut Butter's deaf and when it, but you know it's just filled with stuff, right?
But it.
So this was something.
Sorry, I love you.
It's okay.
I love you.
This was something that I realized when I was in art school. Around the time there was this debate about what the difference between art and craft was. Anna, who I've had on my bed my entire life, so 52 years I've had the same teddy bear. One of his eyeballs fell off, and there's a plastic attachment on the back that was like a button, and that broke. So the only way to put the original eyeball back on, was to stab the eye through the back of the plastic and create a new sort of surface for the button. Josie, you've heard this before? I'm sorry. Josie was in my class, so she's going to hear the same stories over and over again. But because it poked a needle through Panda's eye, I put the eye back in place, and cosmetically it looked fine. Only deep in my heart, I knew he was blind in one eye. And I remember like turning him so that he could see the room better. And I had this kind of strange dad that thought teddy bears were for babies. So I remember this conversation when I was about Felix disease, that he was going to shave my head bald if I didn't get rid of my teddy bears. And but it's true joke. And I remember I put my teddy bears into a drawer to get rid of them, and I shut the drawer. Same set of drawers you have in your room, the yellow one. I remember shutting the drawer. What?
Those drawers.
Well, he'd know. And I shut the drawer, and I remember thinking, see, I'm grown up now. But then I also thought, it's dark in there. I wonder if he can breathe. So we know in our brains that the teddy bears can't see, they can't hear, they can't feel. They're not scared of the dark. Agreed?
No.
No.
My teddy bear-
Let me see that for a second. I'm going to give him a demonstration.
No, I know.
I'm like,
That sense that you can take a piece of yourself and take an object and love that object so much that a piece of, let's say, soul, if that's what you believe, a piece of your soul can be imbued into that object is what I consider a piece of art. And you can absolutely make something without putting your soul into it, and I don't think it's a problem. But generally, that's what I think of as a craft. And I think there's many craftspeople that put their souls into everything they make, and therefore they're wrong. They're not making crafts; they're making arts. I think there's lots of artists that can make a piece of art without putting their soul in, and I think they're wrong. They're not artists or craftspeople. And I don't think there's a difference between being a craftsperson or an artist. But the way I define the difference between an art and a craft is anytime I'm making something for the sake of production, I'm making a craft, and I do this. Anytime I'm putting a piece of my soul into an object and guarding that object with my life, I'm making a piece of art.
It's really beautiful.
Beautiful.
And I do have nightmares. Here's this other weird nightmare I have about panda. Because my mom macrameed him, right? And he's about this big and he's super shabby. But every like 2 or 3 years, I have this dream that I stumble across a second version of my panda bear. And I realized there was an original panda bear, which is in pretty good condition. At some point, we lost it. My mom fabricated an imposter panda bear. And now I'm looking at these two structures going, which is
Panda?
which one deserves my loyalty? And I don't have enough love in my heart to split twins for a panda bear. So.
Okay, I have a story. So, I used to have, I still have them. She is a panda. What's your panda's name?
Andy.
Your panda's name is Andy.
It's also a
Your
panda.
panda's name is Panda. And I got a panda.
I think you're the only panda owner that has a name for their panda.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
else
well,
names
his
it
last name was Panda,
mine
but his
is-
first name was Andy. Andy Panda.
And my panda was Panda.
Panda.
And I got him, and he had these kind of eyes, and I loved him so much. And I had him for like until I was like 4. I still have him, but he was my favorite stuffy until I was 4. And I went on a flight to France, and I went into the zoo. And my favorite animal was tigers. My favorite animal was tigers for so long. And then I bought a tiger stuffy. And then when I got home, I had a tiger here and a panda here, and I was just crying over which one
You don't have enough love for both of them.
Oh, that's real.
It's even weirder than you think. So we actually lost your first panda for a little
Oh,
while.
right. They lost it.
And we did
And then we
replace
went
his
to the
panda,
zoo.
my worst nightmare. But the panda we replaced with had those like grippy arms, and he ended up on the plane. And then we ended up finding the other panda, and everything was okay. So now he's got 3.
Did we show this one
Let's
yet?
do the auction again.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
This is by Alana as well. And when I was looking at it with her earlier, she said heaven and hell, and I thought that was really interesting.
It's so funny because when I look at the front, I'm seeing a paintboard. When I look at the screen, I am absolutely seeing a army of red soldiers being chased off by an army of blue soldiers and having this epic battle in a forest. You see it?
Yeah.
But then I look at its face on again and it disappears. So I wonder how many feet back I have to be to see this epic battle again.
That's
Oh,
a fun
yeah,
thing
you
about
can
those
see it.
pieces.
Here, take that
Wow.
one, take that one.
Okay, my love. Should we
To me, it just looks like
that opening for that one is $30.
It kind of just looks like that was ice.
Did you guys have fun tonight?
Yeah.
I do apologize if you're selling it.
Steam
It
it?
wasn't our best terms, in terms of what making the money.
Sounds
But
like ice devil dragon, like looking over a grass wall.
Totally, yeah.
there's hits and misses. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Can you Paul McCartney? Not tonight. But. Can't do the chicken one tonight. It's too much.
It's too.
It's too much. Do you want to sing a song? How about like Fozzie?
No, I feel bad. He wa-
Are you listening?
we
You
can.
guys haven't heard the chicken song yet, so you think I'm being cruel?
Are
but
you
it's not-
okay? Awesome.
it's not-
it is very cruel.
No, listen. Jess is gonna sing a song. Okay, you can sing right after her, and maybe we'll all go home a little early. Okay, does that work for you?
Okay.
So I can sing.
Yes. You will be
absolutely.
our finale. Okay, Mike?
The closing master.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the chicken song.
Oh, thank God.
Although everyone is very
I want to do it badly.
okay. I don't know if this will sound as good as the big piano like chunks.
Do you want me to like do the rock noises
I'll try
again?
here. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it anytime, I can give it. But you better hurry because it might not last. Did I hear you say that there might be a cat? Will you walk away from a fool and his money? If you want it, here it is. Because it's going.
Yay! Okay. Here is my song that's not the chicken song.
No, do the chicken song.
My Uba had many penguins. Many penguins my aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat no more. They don't sleep no more. They just sit there. All day. All day.
Wait,
Right
wait, though.
Right.
What noise do penguins make?
They're clucking.
Squawk?
Walking.
Squawk.
Yell.
Okay. My
Here, we'll do
aunt Uba
Great way.
had many penguins. They don't eat no. They don't sleep no. They just sit there and squawk all day. Right wing, left wing. My aunt Uba had many chickens. Many chickens. My aunt Uba had many.
We have 300 viewers right now. I don't know why.
All day. Right wing, left wing, right leg. My aunt Uba had many chickens. Many chickens. My aunt Uba had. They don't eat no. They don't eat no. Cluck all day. Right wing, left wing, right leg, left leg. My aunt Uba had many chickens. My aunt Uba had. They don't eat no. They don't sleep no. They just sit there. Cluck all day. Right wing, left wing, right leg, left leg, bums out. My aunt Uba. Many chickens. My aunt Uba had. They don't eat no. They don't sleep no. They just sit there. Cluck all day. Right wing, left wing, right leg, left leg, bums out, head bobbing. My aunt Uba had many chickens. My aunt Uba had. They don't eat no. They don't sleep no. They just sit there. Cluck all day. Right wing, left wing, right leg, left leg, bums out,
Uba. How many chickens? How many chickens? They don't eat no.
They just sit there.
All day.
Glasses off.
That was the best audio also ever